I tried so hard to make this video about a fuel leak, and there was no fuel leak. And then tried to bleed the coolant in this car. Didn't need to be bled. So I moved on. Downpipes. I don't know if you guys seen the previous videos. We've been tearing apart my 2005 STI. That's where all these parts are coming from. But since this car has an EJ205 swap, it's only natural that we just give them to her. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to start off by getting some flybys of the car the way it sits now. It has a stock STI downpipe and catback eBay exhaust. It does have a turbo inlet hose and a parent intake. So we're going to do some flybys, get some sound clips, then we're going to do the install and then do the same thing again. As you can see, we have an assortment of cleaning stuff. The downpipe looks pretty bad, so I have a little bit of degreaser with a scrub brush, and then we have some stainless steel cleaner, and if that doesn't work, we're going to try and wipe it down with MEK. I wouldn't suggest this. I don't know what it's going to do to it, but we're going to try and give it a shot. We're also adding a parent heat shield to it because you can't run the OEM downpipe heat shield. So I'm going to start by getting out the O2 sensor, and then we'll start cleaning. Jeez. So the stainless steel cleaner definitely made it shiny, but that was about it. I don't really want to put the MEK on it. There's just too much stuff that's gotten burnt into it over the years, but it's good enough. You don't really see it anyways because the heat shield's going to cover it. So we're going to move on and start the install. Look at that guy. Poor guy. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I used to be able to. Ooh, I did it. Alright, so your process for taking all this stuff might be a little different than mine because of the swap. I built a bracket and stuff that sits behind the intercooler. But basically I'm going to take the intercooler off, take the heat shield off, and then I'm going to undo the bolts and go from there. want to follow me in here, you have these top 2 bolts that hold on your heat shield bracket. You got 1 on each side and then 1 more on the bottom for a total of 2, 4, 5. Look at that one. These are terrifying. Terrifying. So, if you want to follow me to the underside of the car, we got 2 more bolts, and then we're gonna disconnect the O2 sensor and we'll remove it once the downpipe's out. So, let's go under. Wrong side. All right. God, this thing's so heavy. Someone tell me what the weight on a stock downpipe is. I wanted to talk about something real quick. So these 2 hoses were rubbing right here. These are the coolant hoses. And I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I was trying to bleed the coolant and it didn't need to be bled. Well, it kind of needs to be bled. The reason is I found out both of the coolant lines running to the firewall are leaking coolant. So we're going to swap out the clamps on both of the back of those. We will end up having to re-bleed the coolant because, I mean, obviously something's going to leak out. But then we should be mint on no more coolant leaks. Alright, time to put the parent heat shield in. I put it in backwards. Wait 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, sorry, we didn't really show the intercooler being put back in, because fuck that. Intercooler sucks to put in. Final piece. I'm so excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I
Who
can't wait
doesn't
to
like?
hear it.
Yeah, who doesn't like louder cars? Besides maybe your neighbors. Well, fuck your neighbors, right? Alright, this is gonna be the first initial start in the driveway.
exhaust sounds like shit. I don't think it has to do anything with the downpipe. I think with the downpipe and then the eBay catback, it resonates too much. It sounds really weird. I'm sure you guys can hear it in the clips. So we're actually going to swap out the catback now. We're going to be taking the one off the STI again. It's an HKS. It has a resonator in it, and I know that exhaust sounds really good. So we'll swap that out next episode, as well as we'll be putting the car back to a 2-port boost solenoid instead of the 3-port that we have on it. I'll explain why. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.